after that, we just took off and started making songs. The thing about our band was when we started playing, Albert was still in junior high. I was barely at high school. I just got kicked out of Moody and I went to Carroll. Lewis was still at Moody, so we almost had like the whole city covered as far as friends. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like I said, our first show with Death Rage, who was, you know, a local band as well, that were doing great things, you know, or they're supposedly signed on the same label as Pantera, at that time, gave us that first break at the Boys Club. And we had all these kids show up, and we were blown away. You know, the Death Rage had the stacks in the back of the stage. You know, we were at the very front of the stage with our little bitty, you know, 65-watt Bandits and our little bitty amplifiers. But it looked like we had stacks, and of course, we don't got pictures of this because we never thought of that. Somebody does. But they had all these stacks in the background, and it looked amazing, and it sounded great. You know, all of our friends, all the kids. And at this time, punk was still a very young thing in Corpus Christi, much like, you know, hardcore what we were playing. You know, we were playing fast, hardcore stuff. We didn't care. We were just, you know, youth and vitality and vigor, and, you know, anger and just growing up and dealing with whatever you had to deal with. All that stuff came out on that first show, and everybody caught on to what we were doing. For some reason, they loved the shit out of us. And, you know, me and Albert started running the streets with all the punks, or all the metalheads. Whoever wanted to run the streets, we'd run the streets. We were going around smashing trash cans, breaking windows, you know, causing chaos, you know, doing beer runs. We were doing all that stuff. So, you know, we really connected with our fan base in a way that a lot of people might not have, because we were down to do anything. We didn't care. Though our lifestyles, the way we grew up, you know, we could do things around our parents that a lot of people couldn't. That's not a bad thing, but, you know, I remember after shows, all the kids would show up to like my house or something, a bunch of kids, a bunch of punk rock kids, and my mom would make a giant pot of chili, feed all these kids. We'd con my dad into buying beer, you know, for all of us, and my mom would actually be mending kids, you know, putting band-aids on their legs or healing their scratches, and it was just this overall crazy thing. The next morning, you had like 15 kids walking down the block going home for the next day, because that's what we all did back then, you know what I mean? It's just, we went on like that for years. That's just the first part of it.